Makes you wanna go. Makes you wanna go. Na 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 na. Makes you wanna go.
Hey, everybody. How's everybody? Hello.
We're good.
Hello.
Okay. I see somebody's off camera.
Rocking.
I hope they come on pretty soon. I want to welcome my viewers today. Gigi, I want to welcome you for joining me today. Appreciate it.
My
And I
pleasure.
want to welcome the viewers for stopping by to watch Gab with Goldnbronze. We really do appreciate it. We realize that you could have picked any TV network and any person to watch at this time, but we appreciate it that you chose to stop by and see what we're gabbing about today. Today, we have the hip hop trio. They are a dynamic hip hop trio, Lindor, Requiem, and DJ Kawan. They return with the second single video release off their upcoming EP, the Requiem. They'll have to tell me how to say that.
All right.
Ghetto Mike Myers is a gripping nuptial between hip hop and horror. Press play to watch the official video. Nope. I saw that video, everybody, but I couldn't put it on primetime TV. But we do have two for you to watch. Immediately, we will talk about their career and ask them some questions about themselves, their goals, their past, and their present. And I really need him to come on.
I was gonna rack him, but another was Roz. Oh, I guess he'll pop in soon.
Okay. So first, let's start with Lindor. Just briefly tell everybody a little bit about yourself. You don't have to go into a lot of extent because we'll ask some questions, but just so they'll know who you are.
Okay. My name is Lindor. Originally from the Caribbean. I live in Canada now. Played professional football out here for a minute. I'm a MC, videographer, visuals. I do videos and everything, and also short films as well.
Okay, and so now we'll go to Rakim. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. So I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know, a hip hop MC. I've been doing music for a while. Recently linked up with DJ Kawan and Lindor. Created a great project called The Requiem. And pretty much I'm just the MC that's representing hip hop, and pretty much my message is to push, positive music and draw awareness to what's going on in real life time.
Okay, and now we want to ask DJ Kawan to tell us a little bit about himself.
Absolutely. DJ Kawan, born and raised in Queens, New York, currently residing in Dallas, Texas. And I use my independent radio and radio show platform to kind of connect with artists like Lindor and Rakim to kind of give them the spotlight and just keep making positive music and leave hip hop in a better place than we found it.
Oh, good. So how long have you guys been together?
We started, well, I've known the fellas separately over the past couple of years, working on separate projects that I produce for them. But as a unit, I guess we kind of been working together here since like June-ish to put this project together and just kind of build that brotherhood since then. But I've known both of these guys for up to a year to a little bit over a year. I've known Lindor a little bit longer than Ra. And I would say us as a collective, we've been together, putting this together since June.
Okay, Lindor, how did you guys come together as the hip hop trio?
Well, Quan and I started. Quan interviewed me on his show. He has a radio show as well, and he started producing. Well, he started putting his creations on Facebook. He does beats as well, production. So one day he had one beat that really intrigued me, and he gave me the privilege to do a track on it. It turned into an EP, which we did call The Beacon in the Dark, which did really, really, really well. And we just decided that we're going to be homeboys ever since. So with that being said, that's how I met Ra through him, through this project of The Requiem. And we have just been like friends, colleagues, sharing with each other to the common goal of music.
Okay. And Rakim, so how do you guys come together to put it all together? Do you travel to Dallas or Canada, or how do you bring it all together?
Well, yeah, I actually linked with DJ Kawan before, but like we've been doing this all from where we stay at. Me being in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Kawan being in Dallas, and Lindor being in Canada. We just communicate. We got like a group on Messenger, and we communicate through there, and we just make everything happen through there. We all got our own studios to record at, so it was very easy to make all this happen.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. Lindor, how did you first get into hip hop? And were there defining moments when you knew that this was the path that you were supposed to take?
Yes, the defining moment for me while I was on my way to church, and I was with my mom. And the very first song I've ever heard that I actually was able to recite when I was younger was "Skilo." I wish I was a little bit taller. It's like it's old school hip hop joint from I think he's from California. I think we're out there, and ever since then I've always been encouraged to be a part of music. So I started doing dance hall, and then I made my crossover into hip hop after that, and started recording when I was about 18, 19, and from there to this point.
Okay, cool. So you guys said you've only been together since June.
Yes,
Uh, so Lindor, how long have you been performing?
I've been doing music quite honestly, man. Probably like I started around 19,
Okay.
age 9. I'm 40 now, so I'm age 19. Yeah.
Okay, and DJ Kawan, can you tell us about a time that you felt really challenged and almost wanted to quit but didn't, and what made you keep going?
Absolutely. It's actually it was here recently. I had and I don't want it to be a sob story, but here the past couple of years, I lost like my father, my great grandmother when she passed at 102, and my
Wow.
uncle passed. Then my other grandfather passed away, all within a year and a half, 2 year period. I just kind of was trying to I was just kind of done with the music stuff for a little bit, just because I just didn't have the passion for it. I didn't want to interview people anymore. I just didn't want to talk. I kind of just wanted to kind of figure things out. So I was going to get away from it. But then when my uncle Frankie passed, he was the most recent death. He's the guy who taught me how to DJ. He's the guy who taught me how to make beats and stuff. And so we were going through his apartment, and I found a lot of his old machines that he used to make his beats with. And we oh,
We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Okay, as you were saying.
No, I was just saying that my uncle Frankie, he's the one who taught me about music, right? I come from a musical family. Everybody but myself played musical instruments, but he was the one who showed me that you could still create music without the physical instrument. So he had this beat making machine that he had. And as a teenager, he showed me how to make beats and stuff. So while cleaning out his apartment, I found it and listened to a lot of his stuff he was working on that he never released. And then it kind of just struck me like, he kind of went to the grave with a lot of great ideas musically, and he never got to release it. And so I was like, I'm cheating my natural God-given ability and talent if I don't continue what he was doing and kind of do it for myself. So that's when I kind of got re-energized with it. And then like Lindor said, I was just kind of making beats, getting back into it and posting them online just to kind of get it out there to see what people thought about it. And then ever since then, I just kind of been, just been in love with creating again and just meeting brothers like this to create positive music. And I don't think I'm going to quit anytime soon now. I got a new energy under me now.
That's awesome, and the brotherhood is awesome also. Yeah, so Rakim, what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced when starting out, and how did you overcome them?
Mm. Well, really, I would say for the most part, like I used to go to the studio. So first starting off, I had started, going to the studio, and then, like when you're going to the studio, you can't really go and record just when you want to. So when I made the transition to get in my own studio, it made me, do music more frequently. So I would say that was probably one of the biggest challenges for me.
Okay, so we're going to play No Limits. Do you want to give me a little backstory on that? Are all three of you in No Limits?
No. No Limits was the actual first single that me and Ra was working on a separate project for his solo project. And Ra suggested that we ask Lindor to be a featured on that initial song. And so when Lynn sent back his vocals and we listened to the song together, we were kind of like, oh wow, this sounds great. You guys sound really, really good together. So we were like, maybe we can do something more with this. And this was kind of like the jump off point for us to put the whole project together, where, like I said, it was meant to be a Rock King song featuring Lindor. And we just kind of all decided together to create a whole body of work with that. And this was like the first song that we recorded together for that. So these guys are in the video. Lindor did the edits. And like I said, I just did the production piece, but the brothers definitely killed it in this video. I love this. This is one of my favorite songs that we've put out.
Okay, we're going to play it in a few minutes. I do want to give my co-host a minute, though, to ask a few questions, and then we'll play it.
Absolutely.
Hi, thank you for joining us on the show today. I would just like to know, how do you guys balance your professional career and your personal career? Is there a cross? Do you separate it?
Well, I guess it comes down to understanding between you and your better half, I guess.
Mhm.
So for me, my wife knows this is a passion for me, right? So we don't have any kids, so for me this is like my outlet that I use to really express myself and stuff. It does not get involved in my professional, my day job. It does not. But it's one of these things that you feel as if like you have to do, that kind of balances you as a person, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, you have that one thing you do when you get
Oh, yes,
home.
it does.
You know what I mean? That one thing you do when you get home, where it's like, if you don't do that, you don't feel like if your day is complete, or you don't feel as if like you accomplished anything for yourself. That's what music is for me. So when Quan sends me a beat or Rocking comes up with an idea, it gets my imagination going. And so when I'm done with my sedentary life at work or whatever I'm doing, it kind of rejuvenates me and keeps me going. It helps me get more creative. So I love this.
Mm.
I don't think I'll ever stop. No.
Oh,
Good.
that's great. Um, how does um, how does your future look as a group together? I know you said you had something that you're working on, and moving forward, how do you guys look to the audience? How do you see yourself looking to the audience as a group, collaborating together?
I think this for us initially, this is kind of a one-off thing, just us getting together and
Hmm.
creating. But we've been getting a lot of feedback on the project where people are kind of like, this should be an annual thing as far as this theme. Because the theme of the whole project is, it sounds scary and eerie, but it's really a lot of knowledge in the music where we're talking about the real life scary realities of life, right? Like a lot of stuff that they put in the food, the politicians, the threat of World War III. So these are messages that we're putting into the music, but it sounds eerie. So it's a real life, scary movie basically on audio. And we've been getting a lot of good feedback. So I think that we definitely will circle back around with something like this again next year around the same time. This, Halloween, late fall season, time changes, so it gets darker quicker. And I definitely think this is something you won't hear the last of, this Requiem type of work from all three of us in the near future.
No, that sounds good. Let me see. And what challenges do you face in the future with the three of you collaborating? And is there anybody else do you have anybody else that you're interested in joining your group?
Well, I won't say there's any challenges. I think what we have learned in this process is that you could get a lot done when mutual minds meet. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you could get a lot done if everyone is on the same page. I
Hmm.
think if I were to identify the challenge of this, would probably getting out further out to the masses. I think this is where beautiful women like you come in. So, I think that's the only challenge of us widening our base and getting further, reaching more ears and stuff like that. Because the record itself speaks for itself. It's very self-explanatory. It's about the stresses of life in a horror form. It doesn't mean that we're talking about, not all of it is basically, savagery, but a lot of it has to do with a lot of introspect that people could sit down and absorb and understand, hey, this is true. I've faced this in life. So I think the only challenge is trying to get to reach more ears. And I think we'll always work with each other in the future, because this is one of my most enjoyable cooperations I've ever been a part of. Ever.
Oh, that sounds great.
So I think I asked this question before. I'm still trying to figure it out. How do you collaborate and bring it all together? Like, do you go into a studio?
Ra.
Yeah, so like we have our own personal studios, me and Lindor, and then Kawan does the production from home. So we all make this happen within the comfort of our own home.
Yeah,
Okay.
we work remote. Like I can email the guys the beat.
All right. Okay, great. All right. Well, we'll take a quick break and then we'll play your first one.
Without the weed in my blunt, sell you junk. I got my mojo back, disciplined mind, shining through the positive thoughts. I'm doing fine. I know what fast is coming, 72. 3 days in, and heal the body with fruits. I'm vibrating, my vibration come out amazing. Know everything gon' work up in my favor. I'm elevating, elevate yourself. Mind, body, spirit, great things and pure wealth. Gotta know you matter, you shine when being you. Listen to my sound, you want the truth. I gave my albums life, the print is new. Elevating, I've been walking in my truth. Power to the mind, the print is new. No limits allowed in my stool. Reinvent myself, yeah, it's new. Funny, I brought Rod back new. Funny how my name got a ring. Step into my ring. Class in session, bell about the ring. Hog the mic, then pass the rings. Funny, I know pigs ain't clean, but this is no limits, what you mean?
I stream knowledge from a high beam. Remove the chips from my eyes. Now I see the low scheme. Bad food, low hygiene. We're connected to the program like it's an IV. Prodigies became Mob Deep. Great minds to the pit, left on the concrete. The persona of a war chief, higher state of mind. So when I cook, it's like Arby's. Dr. Sebi with the herbs, G. Every line becomes a cleanse, developing a strong chi. No sugar with the hemp seed, avocado toast. When I roast on these entries, like AC when I vent these. Cold truth to the face, up go the pleasantries. Coordinated like killer bees, I shake my...
Okay. So who would like to tell us a little bit about that song, what it actually means?
Let Rod do it. He's the one who wrote the first verse. I think he'll
Okay.
be with him.
Yeah, so pretty much it's just like dealing with the realities of, what's going on around me, such as like things like, food being tampered with. And, that's being the scary reality, that we live in. So I just wanted to address, what was true to me and do it through an art form.
Okay. So, Lindor, how do you approach writing lyrics, and do you have a specific ritual or process that you go through when writing your lyrics?
For me, writing my lyrics, I mean, it all depends on the sentiment, right, and the beat. So if I feel a certain motivation by the beat, I try to craft everything according to that theme and topic. For me, I come up with the theme first, and then the beat has to fit the theme, and then I write to it. That's my process. So it could go either way sometimes according to how the project is delivered to me. So like, for instance, with this track here, Rod did his verse and the chorus, so it was easy for me to come up with a concept for my verse and put it together. So it just depends, but for me it's theme, beat, then write. That's how I go.
Yeah. Rakeem, is there a song you've written that's especially meaningful to you? And if so, what is the story behind it?
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I wrote a song. This is to a project that's not out yet. It's unreleased, called The Book of Ranu. And, I was just talking about the struggles of, going through reality of, wanting to get rich because I'm on the come up right now. So
Mhm.
I included my daughter in there, wanting to be in her life more and be able to give her everything that she needs. So yeah, I forgot the name. Kawan might know the name of that song, but it was a very dope one to me because I got to really express my truth and be vulnerable. And I think that's what makes a great artist. You being vulnerable and inviting people into your story.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So, DJ Kawan, how do you feel about the evolution of hip hop today, and where do you see it heading in the next decade?
Oh man. So um let me speak quickly. Hip hop has become obviously worldwide. It's everywhere, right? We were in the Olympics with breakdancing and things like that.
Mhm.
The culture to me is two different. It's the commercialism of hip hop and there's actual culture of hip hop. I think the culture of hip hop is still here. There are still people who kind of go by those original guidelines of the original culture of hip hop of spreading love, spreading peace, spreading knowledge with the music and things like that. So that's always going to be there. Social media helps out a lot with that. It helps the culture go across the world way faster than it used to.
Mhm.
Where I see it going, I see it growing, especially now with the record labels kind of cannibalizing themselves now and not wanting to sign rap acts anymore. So they're kind of leaving it back to the hands of the streets, to hip hop artists to being more independent so we can get our message out there our way now. So I love the fact that that's happening. I love the fact that things are coming back to the independent scene where we have more control over what we do. And I think you're gonna start seeing a lot more creativity when it comes to hip hop. It's not gonna be a copycat league anymore. It's not gonna be whatever the latest is anymore. It's gonna be what the most original is, and that's what's gonna make it fun again.
Well, DJ Kawan, is there an age range for people that enjoy or even produce hip hop?
No, no, no. If you're a creative, and one of my favorite quotes is from LL Cool J when somebody told him that he was too old to act, until to rap, and he says, "How can you tell me that I should not stop living my dream? It's my dream. So if I want to be a hip hop artist until I'm 70, that's still me living out my dream. So yeah, as long as you still have that dream and you're still fulfilling it, I say go for it. I would love to see I want to see us be like Frankie Beverly and Maze, and I want to see us be like those old rock acts at 70 years old, still on the stage, filling up arenas and stuff like that because they deserved it. They're the forefathers of the culture, and it's time for them to start getting that recognition. So no, there's never an age limit. Like I'm a father with two kids, and I'm still a PTA dad, but I'm still out here creating good music, and I love it. It makes me feel cool for my kids too.
I agree. I think that no matter what a person's age is, whether it's 20 or 70, 90,
Mhm.
and plus people are living longer and better health and able to do things at 60, 70, and 80 that they couldn't do 50 years ago,
And,
and
and
as long as they're happy doing it and can do it and it makes them happy, I think that you're exactly right. They should be
Absolutely,
able to
and
do
not to
that.
cut you off, but hip hop is it's a tool to teach, right? So I think the older
Mhm.
you are and the more seasoned you are, we need you in the culture to give that knowledge to the younger kids. So absolutely, we need our just like the old African tribe. The elders were held high, in the tribes to tell the stories and pass on tradition. So why not do it in hip hop?
My co-host I found out yesterday is a hip hop fan, and I
Uh-huh.
didn't know that until yesterday. I like hip hop too, but you know what? I always thought it was for like my children
Mhm.
and not myself. That's why I asked that question because
Oh yeah.
I bopped my head to some of it, and then I'm thinking, am I too old for this?
No, never too old.
Okay, everyone. Well, we're enjoying this conversation. We'll be right back. All right, everyone. We are back. We are back.
Well, as Golden said, I am kind of a fan of hip hop. I had a teenager, so he kind of introduced me to the better side of hip hop
Mm.
because we didn't allow him to listen to certain things. Um, I just have maybe one or two questions, but one of my questions is, what does success mean to you as a group collaborating together?
Success, what it means for us as a group. Honestly, Gigi, I mean, I think dealing with the whole musical climate that we're in now, where streaming is kind of like has made music a little more trivial now because almost anyone could do it and get access to it.
Hmm.
I think success for us will be the amount of people we reach and how much people that really appreciate our work. And I think with this project, that's what we're seeing. We're seeing where we have gained more followers and supporters of real hip hop, authentic music, music with a message. And sometimes there was a point in time I thought that that type of music that we create was basically considered prehistoric. But now we're seeing now that there are a lot of people who really want that because people are really there's a certain level of fatigue now where people are tired of hearing sexy red, those type of music, cheeks music and all that stuff. People are tired of hearing that. So people want more conviction in their music. They want more substance. So that's something that we three, that's our bread and butter, putting knowledge out there in a very palatable way where people could understand, absorb it, vibe to it. So I think, yeah, I think the sky's the limit right now for us.
Mm. Yes, because even listening to that last uh, what do you call it? I say tape, but I know that's
Video.
Video.
video. Yes, antiquated. But even listen to that, I noticed that you had a lot of positive things to say. You talked about healthy eating. You talked about your vision. There was so much that you have brought together where if somebody listened to it, it would be like a aha moment to them.
Mhm.
Because even me listening to it for those few little bars that you did, it was like, oh wow. And I mean, I appreciate a music like that with a message. Um, I did have another question, and I heard you say in your music, "I got my mojo
Mhm.
back." So, can you explain that to me?
Yeah, because like certain times when you're going through life, people might fall off the path, and I think the goal is for somebody with morals and integrity. They want to be as disciplined as possible. So at that given time, I feel like I got back to the part where I was most confident. So
Mm,
that's what that line means to me.
mm, No, very good. I mean, I enjoyed the whole clip because I saw a lot of positive and a lot of meaningful, even with your actions and your words. It was very positive and meaningful, and I appreciated it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Gigi. Lindor, how do you balance authenticity in your lyrics with the pressure to make it a hit?
All right. So being authentic, it's, I think being authentic is a relative thing, right? It comes down to how you perceive your world. So now which I think for me it's very much important that I let people know what my perspectives are, my stance are in life at this point in my life. So for me, I try as much as possible to convey a lot of my spirituality in it, my life lessons. I did an album back in the day called The Truth 89, which I consider my biography, where I
Mhm.
spoke about, a lot of my challenges I've been through in my life with my health, my marriage, football, and all these different things. So I think that to me is very important. That resonates more with your listeners because they could relate. They could find some sense of normality
Hmm.
in your music. So they could say, ah, cool. I went through that same thing with my wife. She yelled at me. So
Mhm.
yeah. So so those things I think are the real serious game changers when it comes to your music.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, Rakeem, what's your process for choosing beats um, or choosing producers? And do you typically write to the beat or write the lyrics first? And I think Lindor already told me how he does it. I'm asking how you do it.
Absolutely. So I only work with one producer right now. I look at it like if it's not broke, don't fix it. And
Mhm.
then I'm big on authentic and relationships. And me and Kawan, we have a chemistry going here. So he's the only producer I work with. And as far as me, I like to pay attention to how the beat makes me feel.
Mm.
And it's pretty easy for me to write to a beat after I get that feeling of how it makes me feel.
Okay, absolutely. That's good. So, DJ Kawan, which
Mhm.
artists or albums had the biggest influence on your style?
Oh, my style. Oh wow.
Mhm.
I grew up a huge Nas fan. Because he always had message in his music all the time. So
Mhm.
I tend to, after listening to his debut album Illmatic, I became a fan of all the producers who produced that album. So um I kind of, I don't want to say mimic, but I like the soulful samples in the music and things like that. I believe that adds soul to the music itself. So Nas has always been my number one production wise. Now, if I'm feeling a little dark, if I'm feeling a little, aggressive, I was a huge Mobb Deep fan too. And a lot of these artists I love are from Queens. I'm a Queens guy, so you tend to be drawn to people from your borough. So Nas and Mobb Deep probably are my two favorite hip hop acts of all time, and I've always been drawn to their music because they make me, like Ross say, feel a certain type of way. So I kind of take a little bit of what they did and put it in my style of production. But a lot of my production too is also based off of feel and based off of the artist that I'm working with. Like I just don't sit in the room and make beats, for no reason. Like if Ron Lindor come to me and they say, let's do a project, the first thing we want to do is how do we want the project to feel overall, and then I'll start putting some beats together and I'll send it to them to say, let's use these as baseline beats, and if it's so, then I'll start building from there, and we'll just kind of start getting the catalog together. So everything's based off of feel. Everything's based off of what we want it to sound like and how we want the audience to feel. But we
Mhm.
honestly think about the audience last. We worry about what we want to do first because we got the chemistry of, if we know we love it, then everybody else is going to tend to love it too.
That's really awesome. Awesome. Well, we're going to take another break in just a few seconds here. And then I want to ask Lindor and Rakeem a couple of questions. And then I'll let Gigi ask a couple of questions. We'll be right back. All right, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. We are back. So, Lindor, if you could collaborate with any artist, um, say if they were dead but still alive and they're alive already, who would you choose to collaborate with and why?
Oh, okay. That's quite a lot. If I had to choose right now, I'd probably choose artists like Makami, um, Korean Oddity. If I have to go to like Odyssey as well, if I go way back to like before my time, well, when I was younger, probably guys like LL Cool J,
Mhm.
Daz Effects, Souls of Mischief, the entire crew. Wish I was 93 till Infinity. I wish I was there when they wrote that song. That song is a dime. It's not going to change. It's a classic for life.
Right.
And probably KRS One.
Okay, cool. All righty. Well, Rakeem, what non-musical inspirations influence your music, if any, like books, movies, life experiences, whatever?
I would say Kobe Bryant, like him and Michael Jordan, just the way they approach the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like they're very passionate about the sport and they give 100%. So I always like I played basketball growing up, so I always apply basketball with music, and I took what I learned from other experiences and I brought it into my music.
That's
So
awesome. So, um, Lindor is football, I believe he said,
Yes, ma'am.
and you were basketball, and so I know that you have to learn discipline and all of that stuff with that, and probably you too up there, but I'm not really sure if you mentioned the sport, but I
I
know
played.
that.
I was a baseball player. I played baseball.
Okay, well, see, there you go. You
Mhm.
have to learn discipline and resilience and perseverance in those particular sports. So you bring that into your music, and that's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Gigi?
Uh,
Um, I I was just wondering, one of you are from Queens, one is Canada, and one is Dallas. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I live in Dallas. Rock King's in Milwaukee, actually, and then I'm from
Oh,
Queens, Dallas, and Lindo's in Canada. Yeah.
do you find there is a cultural difference in the places that you grew up when y'all came together?
Um, You know what? I'm gonna say no because we're in the social media age and internet age, so that kind of broke those barriers. Back, I would say, yeah, before the social media was big, yeah, you could kind of tell because certain things didn't make their way to certain parts of the country, for amount of time. But now with social media being there and travel being easier, um, we can relate to each other a lot because we're all, I always say we live in different parts of the country and in the world, but we're just all cousins, right? We all got the same we have the same problems, we have the same issues, we just tell the stories a little bit different with a little bit of a different accent. But I don't see that there's a difference cultural wise with all of us. I think we all can kind of relate to what we're going through. No matter where you go, black people are still going to be
Black.
Black people, that's right.
you know so that's never going to change. The food may be a little bit different from Canada and it may be a little bit different in Milwaukee, certain things, but other than that, I think we all can relate to what's going on, so it's easy for us to actually connect and make things happen.
So we just all know how to bring it together and
Absolutely.
be on one accord.
One accord,
Now,
yeah.
have you performed together recently? And if so, where have you ever performed together?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh,
No,
okay.
we definitely want to make that happen at some point. I think the more we get this project out there, those opportunities will come.
Mhm.
But I think the brothers will be ready. I think they'll be ready, and I can always DJ their set. So we're ready. We just need those people to give us a call. So promoters, give us a call. We want to hear the
Okay.
record live.
Let's do that.
All righty. Well, let me ask you both, all one at a time, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
DJ Quan, how do you balance your career with your personal life?
It's with me having kids, everything is always a scheduled type thing. So I just my friend told me you gotta be selfish sometimes and you gotta take time for yourself. So me and my wife have an understanding that there's gonna be a block of time where I'm gonna do music related stuff no matter what it is. So I just find a couple days out of the week where I lock in and just kind of make that my music time, and it's a clear understanding. So just communicate to have that and take care of work, take care of home, and then take care of the music stuff. And you know, you can
That
do it.
sounds good. And you have special time for your wife, I hope.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Rakeem?
Oh, same question.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. I feel like anything you love, you're gonna make time for it. So I love music. A goal of mine just to share with you guys is to be like one of the greatest to ever do music. So I make time for it. But I still make time for other things too. That's important to me as well. But definitely make time for the music.
Okay, good. And Lindor.
Well, honestly though, I mean, I do agree with both concepts with Ra and Quan, because I'm married, and yes, you do have to make time for your better half and stuff like that. But once I have the time, either I'm dabbling in music or I'm doing visuals. I don't want to, like, those videos that y'all are playing, I did those. So that's my balance with everything.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for coming to Gab with Gold and Bronze. And I hope that everybody out there, let one of you tell us where we can find your music, or they can, if they want to listen to it or purchase it or follow you. Just one person speak for you all, if you can, real quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. If you go to our Instagram page, we have an Instagram page called _Requiem, and that's R3QUIEM. It has all the links to purchase our music. We all sell it in our separate band camps and website. So you can purchase the music, just click on the link from there. That one Instagram page has like behind the scenes stuff that's going behind this album. We post everything about it, the videos, clips, everything. So I would just say go to the Requiem page on our IG page, and you'll be able to connect with all of us on there, because I have all information on there to be kind of like the hub for everything in relation to this project.
Okay, that's awesome. And I wish you all much success. I know that you're just really new in the business, not the business, but as a entity.
Yeah.
Yes. And so if you ever come to Houston, I will try to catch a show. I'll be back there. Hey, remember me? I'm
Absolutely.
Goldnbronze.
You will be the
Take
first one we
pictures.
call. You will be the first one we call when we get that set up.
All right, that'll
Both
work.
of you ladies.
And maybe I have some of it on this show, but I really wish you best of luck, each one of you individually and each one of you collectively. And I want everybody watching the show to patronize these brothers. Go listen to their music, buy their tickets, watch their videos, show the love.
Yes.
Each one reach back and pull the other one forward. That's what unity is all about. So let's go out with their song. I believe it's called Rain. Okay?
Yes. Beautiful song. I love it.
Okay.
And you and
As a
I
Trini living in the
today
forest, you know what I
alone,
mean, so yeah. Yes, miss home, you know,
thousands of people
miss a strong base,
here
miss the
today
family, the true
long
spiritual connection.
from God.
But you gotta keep pumping, you gotta keep
You've wandered
moving, you know. Life get
The
tough
Bible says
sometimes, you
we
get
are
depressed
stupid.
sometimes, you move in a
Our
tough ways,
minds
hard
have been
ways.
blinded to
But we gotta keep
spiritual
focused,
things
keep
by
grounded, keep planted in the most high vibes. You know what I'm saying, big man? Don't let nothing stop you, know?
It feels like trivia. Life ain't sweet like stevia. It gets mad old like Vivica. Your state of mind becomes trickier. It's a heart attack, a pacemaker away from full collapse. I'm drifting, but not relaxed. Searching for footprints in a cabbage patch. It speaks to me, clairvoyances, uncertainties, anxiety got a hold on me. Silhouettes of myself, what I used to be. He's saying castle trap, the movement, I can't adapt. Stuck in a loop, imagine that.
It falls just like the rain.
My pride covers the shame.
My pride covers the shame.
My reflection feels the pain.
My reflection feels the pain.
For many nights I lost my way.
For many nights I lost my way.
Off the nice guy act, this no horror flick. Raining all your umbrellas down, I'm about to pour this. Raining like the king I am, hip-hop extortion. Another project I complete, just with some gorgeous. Came to make this ugly like coke frowns from your nose. Like Cain killing his son, our power turns to ghost. Ooh, step and catch the smell and see that this power weak. Finding out you just like your dad, you love the streets. Only difference is I embrace it, fuck what you think, yeah. We all killers, fuck what God gon' see it. Back against the wall, you try, I squeeze the trigger. Moving like a ghost through the trap, I'd rather think, yeah. Leaving all the gems for the tribe with war is peace, truth. Maneuver through the life like a champ, won't take the beat, yeah. L's make you stronger, I took them, turned to a beast, bro. When the only way I could see, or when a speech rap.
So everyone, come back tomorrow. We'll have another interesting show, topic, or guest. Peace out, everybody.